The Kenobi series on Disney Plus is an absolute travesty and should not be watched by anyone who has any love for the series. Obviously, this contains spoilers up until episode 4 of Kenobi, so if you haven't seen them already and you don't wish to be spoiled, then you better click off now. Let's get into it. You know, I wasn't going to tear into this show until I had seen all the episodes, but after episode 4, I was just shocked at how poor the writing is and how much disrespect the showrunners have for the intelligence of the audience. It is almost a parody at this point how much every episode is breaking the established canon. Luke, did I ever tell you about the time 9 years ago when I rescued your twin sister from Flea, the bassist from the Red Hot Chili Peppers? And how low the bar is set for a Star Wars show.
Prove yourself.
This is literally story breaking. If Darth Vader can levitate Obi-Wan in the air and suffocate him, throw him around like a ragdoll, why can't he lift him up at this point and just bring him across the fire? He's already been shown that he can pick him up and also disperse the fire. So why does he just let him go to escape for the next episode? It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not some sort of cat and mouse game either. It's clearly shown that Darth Vader is going to do anything he needs to do to get his hands on Kenobi. Was he just tired? Why did they let them go? Why didn't he just crush the robot with his force powers, pick up Obi-Wan, drag him across the fire like he was doing before? I'm lost for words how stupid this is. One woman and one droid and one blaster holds off Darth Vader and 20 stormtroopers because the fire is separating. How did they escape? This is insulting to the intelligence of the viewers.
I need your help.
I'm sorry, but that's not my problem.
I implore you to reconsider.
Look, if you want my help, you got it.
So that's it. Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
It's impenetrable. Remember that.
I don't see any shields.
No shields. Remember that.
That's because no one would be stupid enough to attack us.
We intercepted a transmission on Balnab last year. I need to find out where they are, Leia.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed the 2 people in the tunnels that actually had information instead of taking the child who knows literally nothing about the Resistance. What is the implication here, that Leia actually knows something, or that third sister is just an idiot? She literally went through the tunnels, killed other people that might have valuable information, and then decided to take Leia. What is she going to get out of a child? This is ridiculous.
And I think you know.
Well, that makes you an idiot.
I don't know anything about a path.
I don't know why it's implied here that Leia's being strong. This is essentially true. She showed up, she went in a tunnel for about an hour, and that's all she knows. And what is she hiding? She's not part of the Resistance. She's a little girl. I wonder here if the showrunners have forgotten that this is just a child and it's not the actual adult Leia from A New Hope who actually has information about rebels and escape paths and things. This is just a child who was literally kidnapped. You know this third sister because you organized her kidnapping.
I used the girl as bait.
Why would she know anything about the path?
Well, let's think a little bit harder, shall we?
Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
No admittance without clearance.
I have Officer Class C.
Now, please.
Is there a problem?
This isn't your sector. I can't let you through.
And you are?
I am the lead security on this level.
Then I'm your commanding officer, and you will address me as sir. Perhaps I should just inform the Grand Inquisitor of your insolence.
I guess this is just a common film trope, but I still don't like that she's going to go to his manager about this. Kind of gaslighting him as well.
All right, I'm inside the system.
How is the other guy not hearing him? Have you ever actually worked in an office? It's really obvious when you're sitting next to someone who starts talking into their phone, even if they're whispering. And furthermore, if they're whispering, you actually take more notice of it. Again, very silly to have her just walk in there.
Here we go. I'm overriding an entry port. It should be right ahead of you.
How did Obi-Wan get so dry so quickly? Did he use force dry? What is going on here? Why isn't he... Do you know how long it takes to dry someone's hair? Why isn't he leaving little puddles on the floor? I guess it's a small nitpick, but come on.
It's the sister contest.
I guess that was supposed to be funny, but kind of falls flat. Gives me flashbacks to the scene between Rey and Kylo Ren when she was captured. And I know that Leia's Vader's child, but come on, the Force Inquisitor should be able to do something here.
You're strong.
What are they keeping down there?
Oh, this guy finally noticed that? What, he heard that thing, what are they keeping down there? Wait, who are you talking to? Why have you got a little walkie-talkie there? What are you doing? The most conspicuous person. Look, they're 1 seat apart. What's the deal here? What's going on? Why hasn't he raised the alarm yet? Oh, just goes back to work. Just normal little conversation, talking to a family. There's a certain suspension of disbelief you have to have when you watch anything, but the fact that these robots are so bad at detecting people is ridiculous. They have a field of view that is worse than a soldier from Metal Gear Solid. Why don't they have motion sensors on the walls? Why don't they have anything? I know it's just so stupid. We have better technology today to detect intruders. What are these robots doing? Why do we even need robots? Just put security cameras on those bulb cameras that can detect people. A Roomba with a motion sensor would do a better job of finding people in this situation.
Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
This isn't your station. Let me see some identification. Come with me.
Tyler, can you hear me?
Why doesn't the other 3 people sitting at that station hear the walkie-talkie saying? So this is, again, very stupid to just put it out of your brain, forget about it.
What was that noise? Huh? What was that noise? Huh? Whose footprints are these? Huh? What was that noise? Huh?
Wait, what the hell is this? Those stormtroopers were walking in a straight line and they failed to see Kenobi walk into a vent just in front of them. Are you kidding? It doesn't look like they turned a corner or anything. They just couldn't see him in plain sight. Get inside there. There should be a guy sitting just to the left of where we can see the walkie-talkie thing that she has. Why wouldn't the guy have screamed, or at least wouldn't they heard the and the fall into the floor? It was audible. Like, come on.
What was that noise?
All right, now suddenly people can hear radios. So apparently they have excellent hearing but terrible vision. Interesting fact about stormtroopers.
What happened?
I had some company. But it's been taken care of.
Look, there's 2 other people in the room right there. They just didn't notice. And she said, I took care of him. They heard and saw the commanding officer come in, say this isn't your station, and ask her to come with him. Then she comes back a second later after the commanding. What happened? Why aren't these people paying attention?
I hope you like pain. Time to make those tears real.
Why do you need this machine to even torture a child? I mean, it's a child. Come on. They need this big, scary red machine to torture. It's a child. You could just hit her and she would start crying and probably tell you the truth. Come on. You don't need this spooky machine, except it reminds you about when Han Solo was tortured in Empire Strikes Back. That's why we have it. And it's big and red and it's a nice little set piece on there. Impenetrable Fortress.
A fine addition to my collection.
Tyler, I need a distraction.
What's happened?
Just do it now.
Reminder that there's a dead commanding officer behind this bulkhead.
You did this to yourself.
It is really funny to me that you just know that they're going to try and redeem Third Sister's story. That she's probably going to have her redemption arc and then she'll be killed so that the status quo can go back to normal before A New Hope begins. It's embarrassing that they're going to try and make you feel sympathy for this character later on. That's what I'm predicting. I almost guarantee this is what's going to happen. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. If I am wrong, come back and laugh at me for being wrong. But they're setting her up as this evil character who she's torturing children. But oh no, she was a tortured child. We should feel bad for her. Probably she's going to save the day. Then Darth Vader's going to show up and stick her lightsaber in the back. She's going to look down and like her ghast expression. And we'll find out if this is what happens. This is my prediction.
I was told it cannot wait.
Well, just set the torture to autopilot and come back. You have no problem with torturing her, right?
I found evidence before the escape.
Impressive. Unless, of course, you're lying.
Couldn't she just use the Force to see if she's telling the truth? We know that she has the ability to read people's minds because she attempted to do it on Leia. Although she failed, so maybe that's why she can't. Of course, Leia does have Force powers, but just not yet. They're really trying to force Leia as like this important character who's like confident and insightful and brave and bold, but she's a child. She should be playing a child. That would make her a good character, a real character, like an actual child we could actually feel for. But they're definitely trying to put a template of Leia's adult character onto this child, and it's failing spectacularly.
What was that noise? Huh? Whose footprints are these?
It's him.
I'll just actually put a little point here that a lot of people have criticized this actor for her skills, but I think she's doing fine. It's just the writing is terrible.
Tyler, where are the others?
What? How did she? All right, so if you want to escape from 2 stormtroopers when you're unarmed, face slap their helmet that is supposed to be armor, face slap, oh, he's out of the fight, and then slightly jiggle the other person's helmet. This makes him drop the blaster. Then you can grab their blasters and shoot both of them. Doesn't anybody notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This is the first time that the show has actually showed Kenobi as being remotely competent. It's such a small point, but I'll give them a point here. Even though it's kind of embarrassing as a scene. The rest of the show is so bad that this is the only point where I thought something good was about to happen. He also had a little bit of his flourish that you saw from the prequels, which was kind of neat, I thought.
Hide!
Where? It's a hallway. It's a long, empty hallway. There's nowhere to hide. Just say get down. Don't say hide. Just say get down.
Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
Man the window!
So a man that was struggling to move a tiny piece of metal before with the Force is now able to hold back what I can only assume is hundreds upon hundreds of tons of water. I know this might be news to some people, but it is very heavy. Why doesn't it just use Force Heal on the window, actually? Shouldn't that work? Why did the other windows start cracking? It was just the one window, right? That's not how it works. One window breaking doesn't break them all.
Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
Ben, use the Force speed. My what? What? This is the plan? Did they get this from BoJack Horseman? What is going on here? Why can't they notice that there's 2 people under this cloak? Oh, here comes the elite Inquisitors. I hope they don't notice 2 people hiding under an overcoat. Hey, look at that. They've got like an evil R2-D2. I didn't notice that until now. They just walk past. How many guards are at this base? Hundreds? Officers, hundreds? Nobody notices this hump. It doesn't even look good. I can tell from here. There's stormtroopers looking right at them. Right now, in this very moment, 2 stormtroopers are looking at this. They know someone's on the base. They know a little girl has been captured and is escaping, and they know they're looking for Obi-Wan. How are they not noticing 2 people under an overcoat? This is what passes for writing in Star Wars these days. This is what Disney will have you believe is a good plan. I do like the Emperor's alarm system, though. It's kind of a Kino sound, to be honest. Oh, better peek out. Yeah, no one's going to notice this. A little girl under a coat. Have we ever seen an Imperial officer who doesn't have like clean-shaven beard at least? There's just this scraggly old man wearing an Imperial outfit. It seems like they have a pretty tight dress code. Probably notice someone with a beard like that, despite the fact that he has a child under his coat. Hey, look, there's a mouse droid. You know, I noticed there was a mouse droid in the opening segment as well. I wonder if that's going to become more prevalent as the show goes on, like they're kind of putting a lantern on that or something. It just seems, it could just be a toy thing, but yeah, go back and check the opening. There's like a mouse droid. It's kind of interesting. Oh, somebody noticed.
Hold it right there, mister. Did you really think you could get away with this?
I did, actually, yes.
Fortress Inquisitorius.
It's impenetrable, Wade.
2 speeders. This is just nostalgia bait. They're like, oh, look at that. Remember speeders? Remember Empire Strikes Back? This is their impenetrable fortress without shields. Why doesn't one of these speeders have a torpedo in it? Why don't they just fire a torpedo, a deep space torpedo, a speeder torpedo? Apparently speeders can just fly on up and nobody cares. There's no shields because no one would be crazy enough to attack the impenetrable fortress with no weapons. Oh, but just 2 speeders. Yeah, okay. They have, in the beginning of the shot, they showed us all these TIE fighters on the ceiling. Why aren't some of these TIE fighters deployed and on patrol constantly? It just seems like such a simple thing. Oh no, the mouse droid, the toy sales. Why isn't Kenobi got his lightsaber out here? That's kind of confusing.
Come on, get in.
Is there space for 3 people in a speeder? I know they've got space for at least 1 person, but what is it going to... Kenobi goes in first, and then the chick gets on his lap, and then Leia gets on her lap? Is that what we're supposed to believe?
Destroy them!
This feels wrong. I guess there could be explosives in that box, so I can give them that, but it just feels strange. Where are the ships? Why aren't the TIE fighters flying? Where is the defense? Where are the cannons on this temple that apparently is a fortress? Where is anything?
You were warned what defeat would bring.
This kind of reinforces that why did Vader even let them go in the previous episode? Just pick them up with the Force and drag them back over. Why did he let Kenobi go? Why didn't he put out the fire? Why didn't he levitate them over the fire? The amount that you just have to turn off your brain, I can't enjoy it anymore. Now I can only see the details. I was really looking forward to this series, to be honest, despite how bad Star Wars has been. But what an absolute pile of tripe. You know what? If you like this, that's fine. You're allowed to like things you enjoy. I'm not going to say that you can't enjoy things, but just don't pretend it's some sort of amazing writing. These writers were given the best characters, one of the strongest IPs, and this is what they did. I'll see you next time.